So talent, that makes sense. It's not anything without talent.
Quality International School, I'm proud to be one. And I entered Quality International School in 2008, and I obtained my first school certificate in 2010. And in 2015, I obtained my ordinary level, and in 2018, 2018, I obtained my advanced level. And I'm back here in Quality International School collaborating as far as communication is concerned. Because we do field reports and constant collaboration. Okay, what we're going to have right now is a talk show, and it's going to be interactive. So I'm going to call students. We have many badges here right now. We're going to call on some students. Past students will be here. They'll come and talk to us about their experience when they entered Quality International School, their life in Quality International School, their life after Quality International School, and what they're doing presently. Because we want to know, we have medical doctors in here, we have engineers, we have journalists, and we have many other great professions here. They are all products of Quality International School, and believe me, they are doing very, very great out there. So do not hesitate to bring your children, your younger ones, your nephews, in fact, your entire family. You should come to Quality International School. So I'll call on Engineer Donfak Audrey, who is from SUPTIC, National Advanced School of Post and Telecommunications. I'll call on this chairman of the company, she's an engineer. I'll call on journalist Elizabeth Akam. Journalist Elizabeth Akam, please come up. Please chair them as they come on stage. She's a journalist. We equally have Mrs. Quality International School persons who stand out everywhere they go. And at the Cameroonian level, we have a Miss from Quality International School, Miss Santé, that's health. Please come on stage. Miss Santé 2022-2021, c'est ça. Miss Chair Ashton. And we call on Akande Klo. This chairman must come. Please keep on clapping to him. So as you can see, these are all products of Quality International School. And they are doing great out there. We have an engineer, we have a miss. At the national level, we have a journalist, and we have lots more medical doctors. We may not have all of them here on stage, but just know that products of Quality International School stand out everywhere we go. We have persons in abroad who are not able to be here today. We have persons in the United States. Some of our classmates are in the United States. They are everywhere in the world, and they're doing great. And bless the Lord for them. Okay, so what is going to go on now? I'm going to give the mic to each and every one of them. They'll share their experience when they got into Quality International School, the experience with the teachers, their classmates, and out of Quality International School, the difficulties you guys face in the field and what you're doing now. We begin with Elizabeth Eka.
Bonjour à tout le monde. Merci d'avoir répondu présent.
Quality International School is a very bilingual school. So we speak both French and English. Il y a le bilinguisme ici, donc on s'entend que ce soit en anglais, que ce soit en français, les élèves de Quality International School.
Merci encore, je disais merci à chaque personne ici présente. Ça nous honore, nous les anciens élèves de QIS. Merci beaucoup. Sabrina, je crois qu'on va procéder par question.
Okay, in which year did you enter Quality International School? You had your first school English certificate here. So what has been your experience here with your teachers and your classmates?
J'ai intégré QIS en 2001, je sais plus exactement quelle année. J'ai eu mon first school living en 2010, parce que j'entre en 6e à 10 ans, 2010, oui. Mon expérience ici, en tant qu'élève, elle était plutôt bonne. On avait Auntie Maggie, PM, on avait Auntie Maggie Buisson, on avait Madame Chakou, je ne sais pas si elle est encore là. Tata Sylvie, je l'appelle Tata Sylvie aujourd'hui. Mon expérience a été diverse, variée et enrichissante. Aujourd'hui, dans ma vie sociale, dans ma vie au quotidien, j'ai déjà la base du bilinguisme, je l'ai prise ici. Ça m'a aidé après, mais c'est aussi que je l'ai prise. Les difficultés que j'ai eues, je réfléchis encore, je ne sais pas, on a des difficultés ici.
Et dans un sur le plan professionnel, qu'est-ce qu'on retient? Tu es également journaliste, qu'est-ce qu'on retient? Qu'est-ce que tu as pu accomplir? Et qu'est-ce qu'on retient de ta vie professionnelle?
Ok, déjà, je ne suis pas journaliste. J'ai commencé en tant que journaliste et puis j'ai continué en communication. Je suis dans le monde passionnant de la publicité, du marketing, de la communication aujourd'hui. Et ce que je peux dire concernant Poisson Mourou? J'ai un peu prise de cours. Ce que je peux dire par rapport à mon expérience ici, comment ça m'a aidé sur le métier que je fais. J'ai parlé du journalisme. Le respect des aînés, ça c'est incontournable. Ici encore ici. Il fallait tenter de parler mal à quelqu'un. La semaine-là était gagnée. Il fallait essayer. Dans la vie pratique, tu as le respect, tu as le bilinguisme que j'ai pris ici. Pour ne citer que cela, je vais m'arrêter là d'abord. Et puis si ça revient au fur et à mesure, je vais parler.
Et d'accord, je vais vous supplier d'applaudir cette jeune dame. L'expert en communication, ils ne sont pas là. Ceux qui étaient là en 2010, 2008, à partir de 2010 en descendant, ils ne sont pas là. Mais nous avons beaucoup appris d'eux. Madame Jacques nous faisait souvent balancer, à classe 6. Et elle nous fouettait.
Je te coupe un peu, et c'était ici, il n'y avait pas encore le bâtiment, non, c'était là, à l'assembly, morning assembly, on était tous là. Balancez, ne répondez pas, tu vas
balancer. On a fait le devoir de français. Et maintenant, pour ceux qui n'avaient pas fait le devoir de français et qui avaient le goûter, incroyable. Tu n'as pas fait ton devoir de français, mais tu as le goûter, tu n'as pas fait ton goûter. Allez, passe ton goûter à ton camarade. Ton agent te payait, je suis pas acheté le cahier de français à la librairie. Ça, c'était Madame Chaco. Applaudissons pour ces enseignants, s'il vous plaît. On a fait vraiment beaucoup. Et maintenant, sur ce plateau, toujours, nous avons une Miss. Elle est passée par Quality International School et au niveau national, pourquoi pas international, elle a brillé, elle les a recrutés. Non, nous allons l'écouter.
Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour. Je me présente, je suis Cynthia, étudiante en faculté de médecine. Et elle a déjà presque tout dit, mais je vais en rajouter. D'abord, je suis très heureuse d'être ici parmi vous et j'aimerais vous remercier particulièrement Mme Borsaï parce que si je suis ici aujourd'hui, c'est grâce à elle. Elle a beaucoup impacté ma vie par sa façon de penser avec ses projets de développement aujourd'hui. Dans ma carrière de Miss Nescas à Miss Santé Est Cameroun, à première dauphine Miss Santé Cameroun, à Miss Tourisme Global qui va aller représenter le Cameroun en Chine. Dans quelques mois, je suis très heureuse parce que mis à part le plan professionnel aussi, intellectuel aussi, j'ai passé le concours de médecine, je n'étais pas les meilleurs. Paquet de médecine dans la vie. C'est grâce à Mme Borsaï toujours, parce que je faisais partie d'un projet, je me rappelle, avec Amina Tou et Kissi, qui est actuellement au Ghana. On avait créé un projet de Kissi Gaz. Et c'est à travers ce projet que j'ai vu que j'avais la capacité de pouvoir impacter la société. C'est pour ça qu'aujourd'hui, à travers mon titre, je fais la promotion de plusieurs trucs. Et mon plan de cœur, c'est de venir en aide aux orphelins. Vraiment m'occuper des orphelins. Et voilà. Et grâce aussi au soutien de Mme Borsaï et remercie Mme Bissor parce que c'est grâce à elle, c'est elle qui a commencé l'école et tout. Et aussi sur le plan académique, vraiment pouvoir Quality reste des best. Quality the best. Since I left Quality, I was not so happy. I left it from 5, 6, no, not happy. On passe it at the 1 6. I went to Nescas, but it was not the same thing. It was not the same thing. If I could do my high school here, I would do it. So I'm happy. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, in Cameroon, we always have a misconception of the personality of a miss. We always think misses are flirts, persons who are empty-headed and who just count on their physical appearance. But here we have a medical doctor in one of the biggest medical schools in Cameroon, who, alongside her studies, is a miss. We equally learned that in Politics International School, managing many activities at the same time management. Whatever Roxanne is here, we're taught how to manage many things at the same time. We have extracurricular activities that enable students to discover other talents apart from bookwork, because not everybody will be able to provide for his or her needs with bookwork. But we equally discover that students, apart from school, have talents. Be it in the kitchen, in sports, we have a student here who is in the volleyball team, national volleyball team. And she's been traveling and representing Quality International School in all the countries. And we equally have a club Cameroon and a volleyball club. So Quality International School has been a very, very wonderful school. Training persons that have good personality, persons that stand out everywhere they go. Please come to the International School.
Pour ajouter à ce que Sabrine a dit, je veux juste noter ou relever qu'elle a mentionné que les enseignants accompagnent les élèves. Quality International School, c'est une école où les enseignants accompagnent les élèves, soutiennent les élèves, accompagnent même dans leurs projets. Ça, c'est formidable. C'est rare et c'est formidable.
Et c'est très exceptionnel. Pourquoi? Parce que c'est Quality International School, tu ne peux pas te cacher. On ne te cache pas. Voilà, on te connaît jusqu'à ta grand-mère. Mais c'est quand tu connais un gars que tu la vois chez elle, toc toc toc, c'est là que tu sais qu'elle te connaît. Tu ne peux pas cacher. Elle connaît tout le monde. Ton père, ta mère, ta grand-mère, c'est-à-dire que même le village, elle connaît. Donc, regarde à toi, si tu t'amuses à jouer le malin à l'école, elle connaît tout le monde. Et quand tu es en train de traîner là, tu fuis ce que tu sais. Bon, on our table, we have engineer Donfat. She's from the National Advanced School of Post and Telecommunications, and she graduated as an engineer. She equally liked to share her experience in Quality International School and out of Quality International School.
Good morning, everyone. Parents, teachers, classmates. I'm very happy to be here among everyone. My name is Donfat Ariad Odre. I'm an ex-student from Quality International School. I entered Quality International School in the year 2010, and I left in the year 2015. So, my experience in Quality International School has been amazing, and what I can say is that I am who I am thanks to Quality International School. Not for publicity, but that's true. When I finished my advanced level, when I had my advanced level, I did college post, as they formally call it, National Advanced School of Post and Telecommunication, where I obtained in 2020, I became a telecommunication engineer. And what has been so amazing is that apart from the fact that I am an engineer, Quality taught me how to be an entrepreneur. That has been the best skill that I think of Quality, entrepreneurial skills. And I owe it to all my teachers. That is, I began thinking of how to create job in Cameroon, how to distribute what I know, apart from what I studied in school. In the year 2020, I was more about how I can create a job in Cameroon. And by that time, coronavirus was still just began. But that did not stop me from thinking and from becoming who I am. At the end of 2020, I opened the language center. That is English Language Center, where I'm the CEO, and I'm the teacher and I'm the CEO of English Language Center. So that has been amazing. And presently, I am looking out opening my association. As our Miss earlier said, I can see that we have the same objective. Yes. Helping the orphans and being of moral, financial, and spiritual support everywhere for orphans, because I myself am an orphan and I wish to share it to those children. And if I wish to conclude by saying, by telling my younger sisters and brothers who are still in politics, those who are living, never forget where you come from. I can remember when we created the national anthem of QIS, we were for 5 in Mr. Kevin Valerie. We were asked to look for the national anthem, each class, and I think we managed to come up with something and arrange it. That became the national anthem of QIS that we are still using today. So I'm really grateful for being here. I thank Madame Ison for all her support and Madame Roxanne for having been with us every day. And even if you abandon me, I'll always be with you. Thank you very much.
Merci bien Audrey Gonfac pour cette intervention très enrichissante. Et il y a de la chaleur à Quality International. Il y a de la chaleur et même ce qui fait que même quand on s'en va, on veut toujours revenir parce que ici, c'est chez nous. Nous sommes allés ailleurs, à Nescas, nous sommes allés ailleurs et c'était pas la même chose. C'est pas pour vous faire plaisir, mais c'est la vérité. C'est ce qui est. Ailleurs, c'est pas comme ici. Ici, c'est la famille. C'est ici qu'on voit la fondatrice venir chez vous, venir vers le parent pour dire que ton enfant n'était pas à l'école, ton enfant n'est pas attentif à l'école, ton enfant, ta performance a chuté. C'est même ici à QIS qu'on voit ça. Ailleurs, c'est pas ça. Si tu veux, tu fais l'école, ça te regarde. On s'en fout de toi, tu gères même pas. Tant que tu payes la pension, tu peux jouer, tu peux te balader. Mais ici à QIS, il ne suffit pas de payer la pension. Et madame dit son du genre, si tu payes la pension et tu n'es pas prête à fréquenter, tu prends de l'argent, tu t'en vas. L'argent n'est pas le problème, mais elle veut des élèves disciplinés, assidus, travailleurs. Et c'est ça qui fait la chaleur de Quality International School. Do we have geography teachers in the hall? We have any geography teacher here? Anyway, he may not. Okay, please clap for him. Geography teacher. Please clap for them. The slide. In such a way that today, he's a geographer, so he equally has something to say. I can't declare. Please, a round of applause.
Bonjour à tous. Bon, déjà, je voudrais remercier Madame Kisson pour tout ça. Ma mère et mes soeurs sont témoins depuis que je suis entré, je suis là, ici à changer. Mais c'était pas comme ça ici. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Mais c'est comme ça. Wow! Madame, I'm not sleeping. I'm happy, thank you very much. Ce que je peux me souvenir, j'ai intégré QIS et j'étais à l'Institut dans les années 2000. Et QIS était encore à l'entrée là-bas, on était tous là-bas à l'entrée. Et avec Elisabeth, Sabrina, bon, je regarde, je reconnais certains visages d'autre part. Anticataraï, Madame Perel, Tata Sylvie, comme elle a dit, Tata Sylvie, c'est comme ça qu'on l'appelle affectueusement. Tata Sylvie, elle-même, je l'ai aperçue, mais mince, elle est encore là. Wow! Et ce qui est bluffant, c'est que personne ne vieillit. Personne ne vieillit. Waouh! Je suis très content. Bon, je suis resté à QIS jusqu'à classe 6. J'ai obtenu mon first level certificat en 2008-2009 par là. De là, je suis parti à Foman à Saint-Benoît. À Saint-Benoît, bon, c'était pas trop ça. Je suis revenu à Quality. J'ai fait Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5. J'ai obtenu mon ordinaire level ici. Et malheureusement, comme ils ont eu à dénoncer, j'ai dû partir parce qu'à l'époque, il n'y avait pas encore loisir, capacité et tout. Et c'est comme ça que je me suis retrouvé en Escasse. Mais bon, étant toujours en Escasse, j'étais en contact avec ici. Moindre petit truc qui se passait, j'étais là, c'est chez moi. Et surtout, je connaissais tout le monde. Donc, tu vois, quand tu arrives ou tu vois tout le monde, les visages sont familiers. tu te sens chez toi. C'est normal que même quand tu es ailleurs et que tu entends qu'il y a une nouvelle ici, tu sois obligé de répondre présent. Bon, aujourd'hui, je suis en fin d'études de premier cycle de géographie à l'université Yaoundé 1. L'année prochaine, je rejoindrai le CRESA pour un cycle de 2 ans pour sortir ingénieur environnementaliste. Et là, j'espère que, on est là pour célébrer les 20 ans de QIS, mais j'espère que dans 2 ans aussi, je pourrai venir voir Madame Lisson, voir Madame Anti-Makibert, Anti-Kataraï, Tata Sylvie pour leur dire bon, voici votre produit à finir. Alors, voici la conclusion de votre travail. Bon. Et déjà aussi, je voulais saluer, comme elle l'a aussi énoncé, surtout Elisabeth, le côté suiveur dans le travail à QIS. À QIS, quand, bon, je pense que c'est toujours comme ça parce que Mme Père ne peut pas laisser, et surtout Mme Bisson, elle ne peut pas laisser les choses se faire en gingembre. Mais quand tu as un enfant, le suivi sur l'enfant est extra. C'est-à-dire, comme elle a dit, on connaît ta mère, on connaît ton père, on connaît ton grand-père, on connaît ton quartier. On connaît le chef de ton quartier, pourquoi on ne peut pas le voir. Donc, pour tout ça, même jusqu'à présent, il y a peut-être un mois, j'étais là encore pour voir Anti-Kataraï dans l'entrée pour prendre les renseignements pour l'enfant d'une amie à ma mère qui cherchait une école. Et moi, je lui ai recommandé de passer ici. Bon, je suis content de voir que ce que j'aime, les centres guillemets, continue de grandir. Je souhaite que ça continue de grandir. Longue vie à QIS, longue vie à Mme Bisson, longue vie à tout le monde qui nous reste encore.
Comme je le disais tout à l'heure, ce n'est pas le folklore, c'est la réalité. C'est la réalité. Et la plupart des étudiants, des élèves, donc, moi, qui sont ici, peuvent le témoigner, d'échanger avec ces élèves, c'est le même résultat, c'est la même réponse en fait, c'est le même témoignage. Et à Quality International School également, il y a cette valeur religieuse qui ne manque jamais. Nous avons le pasteur ici avec son épouse. Ici, on ne chantait pas les musiques mondaines. Les mini-jupes n'étaient pas autorisées, la décence, du début jusqu'à la fin de l'année. Que ce soit au niveau des ballets, puisqu'on allait souvent à Canada international. Quand on se rendait, on voyait comment les autres petites filles étaient habillées, mais nous, slick couverts partout. Elles disciplinent même dans l'habillement. Des valeurs morales, morning devotion, la prière. Break time, la prière. Pour entrer, la prière. Donc, we open with prayer and we end with prayer. Quality International School, Quality was religious, that's Christian background. So much so that even here today, you see the EB Praise team had to worship. Because it's an occasion, created anniversary, it's not 20 days. It's an opportunity for us to thank the Lord and bless God. So God first. God is at the center of everything in Quality International School. That, this is not all for that. Quality International School is what gives us Christ, religion, for us to be able to resist, because it's not easy. But once we have the base here, when we go out there, we're able to say, no, that's not what I was taught when I was Quality International School. We have to pray, we have to. And I would say in Quality International School, it's true that, like I was saying, we study arts.
About what Sabrina is saying, I did arts, but I ended up becoming an engineer because I did D4 plus additional math and ICT. And I have my literature teacher around, Mrs. Lady, and I'm playing this one. So that means we should not limit ourselves, we should look above the sky. Amen.
So you see, and not that we weren't mediocre, but we're very excellent in the fields we're doing. But we ended up doing something else by God's grace. I was doing science, but I ended up being a journalist by God's grace. She was doing arts, and she ended up being an engineer by God's grace. The former principal, always call her Princey Mara. Mara had her ways of discovering talent exposition, talent discovery, and that's where we had the opportunity to discover things that we could do that had nothing to do with school. And that's one thing we would congratulate her for, her initiative of bringing out the students things that have nothing to do with school. And I think that's one touch she brought to Quality International School. She's helped mainly young girls, focal journalists in the United States, and I was discussing with her, and she kept on singing Marok's name, like Marok, because she's a very great person. She really helped us discover our talents. And like I was saying, my chemistry teachers will not pinch me today, because we're not making noise. They always used to pinch us, G, I'll pinch you. And even in the laboratory, they used to they were very, it's a family. It's a family. And I think about those days in the laboratory where Mr. Gassi say, that's a song, and she stopped noise, I'll pinch you. And today, he's already married, everybody is just great, it's fantastic. And in Quality International School, teachers themselves have kids here. It's not like their children are elsewhere. My mother, for example, and Tikati, all my siblings went through Quality International School because she saw the value of the school. So Madam Karen too has kids in Quality International School. Their children too must receive these values they give out to other kids. So Quality International School, the teachers in Quality International have their kids here, and for our teachers who recently got married, once your first one is out, pre-nursery, Quality International School. So we don't know if there is any ex-students in the hall who have something to add, who have an experience to share, you can come on stage or give you the mic, or any teacher, not only students.
I have to share is that in Quality International School there is a big reality. You can hear many other schools talking about my school is special, my school has done this and that. But in Quality International School, I think we are the most known school at the level of the American Embassy because we are involved in all activities. Quality extracurricular activities are really not neglected. I particularly am an experience. I've done more than 20 extracurricular activities in this school. Big STEM prize, Iraq, girls in tech, girls in ICT. There's so many extracurricular activities and that help you when you grow. It's just when you go further that you really realize the importance of all these activities that Quality bring you in contact with. So I thank the Quality International School family, the staff, the teachers, amazing teachers, and the staff that was with us through I'm also a former student of Quality International School, the 2018 batch, and I would have been very happy if I had continued here. Thank you.
I was here in 2005. So I'm 17 years here. So I saw that Quality International School, the teachers are being treated well, in the sense that if they agree to pay you every month faithfully, I've never been my salary and super salary every month faithfully. If there's any reason that salaries are not being paid, even for 2 days, there's an apology. They will come and apologize. And I have colleagues from other schools where you go for 6 months, no salaries, and so on. So I look at it to be special. And it ties up with me. I love God. Quality International School also love God. So I've raised up, when I see them, I get to see how they used to say, Auntie, yeah, and now they are grown. Happy. I changed some of them. I changed their diapers, and today, I see them. I want to be grateful to God indeed. Quality International School is the place to be. I have accomplished many projects while in Quality International School. You are not blessed because you are earning a big salary or something. You are blessed because of what God thinks you should be. So I am happy being here. I'm satisfied. When I see my babies, in the one, they're all my babies.
Hello, good evening to everyone. I'm called Daddy Joseph. I'm an old student of Quality since 2004. So I left Quality in 2006 and I came back to Quality in 2017 and I met the same background, that Christian background. It's still the same. When you look at someone like me, you can never believe if I can change everybody. when I left politics and I experienced the outside world, I came back home and I saw home with that Christian background. I can assure you I'm 100% if I can change. I have a short story just for 1 minute. When I was in quality, my level of stubbornness was outstanding. Yes. I don't even know what to say. But it was like, you want to tell an elephant, I want you to go to the left. But the elephant is saying, no, I'm going to right. That's for me. When I came to quality, there was a redirection of my life. Just the atmosphere was different. I was really flocked one time. Very well. I could not even sit on the chair. And the most surprising thing is that the next morning I told myself I won't go to that school. And one morning I saw a car coming to the house. That was Mama Bisu. I said, hey, now wait, this. I go to school again. So, actually, I left quality in 2018 when I had my ordinary level. 2019, I had my advanced level. And now I'm a degree holder in geography. In fact, my quarter is what is happening, because at least it is proven, and it can prove that Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen.
In shop we put tables. That other way, when we used to have canteen, we got boys, back team on the table. How many strokes?
989.
39. 89 strokes. No, if you got what happened, you give 150 strokes. And in that pain, the mom was there. In that pain. And the mom was crying. I was holding the mother and I said, flog. Keep flogging. And at the end of it, I said, you still do one thing. You go and beg your mother right there. He struggled, but did it. And we told the mother, pray for your son. There. And the mother laid the hands and prayed. So when he left, everything in him was like he's going. We didn't communicate, Mommy, son. Next morning, straight there. Here, every child, no one gets missing. No one gets lost. In our prayer place, somehow, God will put the burden in you, you find yourself in that house. And that's how he came back. And mentally, I remember one time he received a prize. What was your first prize? The most improved student, mentally. And when they were giving prizes, it's like, can anything good come out of Joe? Even mentally, I don't think they were expecting any GCE result. So when he failed the first time, he had 3 papers. I said, in shock, I was not looking at the 3 papers, I was looking at the D's. I said, you gave up on yourself, you would have had 7. And he came back and passed. And the following year, advanced level. Now, degree. Let me tell you, Joe was a gangster, let me put it that way. Into drugs. He's there now. Into drugs. From a drug addict to a pastor. Amen.
Ok, bonjour à tout le monde. Je voudrais dire que je suis vraiment fière de ces 20 ans de Quality. J'ai vu Quality naître. grandir. Nous avons même prié pour que Dieu amène à l'existence et le terrain et la maison et ce que Dieu a fait. Beaucoup de mes enfants sont passés par ici. Le résultat est bien. Le résultat est bien. Il y a la dernière qui a commencé à la crèche. Quand Auntie Catherine disait qu'elle changeait les couches, j'ai pensé à celle-là parce qu'elle a commencé à la crèche ici. Et quand elle traduit, que ce soit en anglais ou en français, tu ne sais pas quelle branche est-ce qu'elle a vraiment fait. Il y a un autre qui a voyagé, qui est allé en France, passant par la Tunisie. Il devait soutenir là-bas. Ils étaient 37. Il me dit qu'on l'a fait partir seul parce qu'il s'exprimait en même temps en anglais et en français. Et ça a impressionné ces gens. Ça, c'est un élément. Et il est passé. Bref, Quality forme des bons éléments. Quality, c'est là où si tu veux avoir un enfant bien formé, que ce soit du côté moral, que ce soit du côté de l'éducation, amène-le ici et tu auras un bon résultat.
Allô?
S'il vous plaît, j'étais à un programme, je devais être ici au début et je suis venue un peu en retard parce qu'il fallait que je me détache là-bas pour être ici.
She's Madame Kameko. If we have Quality International School today, it's because she and her husband decided to, I would say pass on, I will not say sell, pass on to us the first section of this land that makes Quality International School. Without their relationship with us and the fact that they could trust us, they could believe us, they could sell. But sometimes we may have money and not even see what we want to buy. It's because of their generosity that we had the first piece of land that makes the Alpha block. And when it came to getting the land for the Beta block, it was also very instrumental. Even the Gamma block, the husband has preceded us to heaven. We are both here doing very well. Thank you.
Bonjour tout le monde. Mesdames, Messieurs, à vos titres et grades respectifs, je suis M. Zanga. Je suis également dans le monde de l'éducation. Mais Quality, moi je suis fils du village. C'est mon village ici. À côté, il y a les tombes de mes grands-parents quelque part là. Je me réjouis vraiment aujourd'hui de me retrouver ici. Pourquoi? Parce que lorsque mon jeune frère m'a donné l'invitation hier, c'est à la maison que je suis allé lire, mais lorsque j'ai ouvert l'enveloppe, j'ai constaté que c'était les 20 ans de Quality. J'ai crié, je suis allé dire à maman, mais ça va vite. Quality a 20 ans. Mais c'est merveilleux. Je voudrais vraiment rendre grâce à Dieu. Et surtout pour notre maman, la particularité de cette école, c'est la simplicité de cette maman. L'humilité de cette maman. Parce que, je vous assure, chez nous, ici au sud, lorsqu'on a un somptueux complexe comme celui-ci, on laisse se faire voir. Cette maman va à pied pratiquement, bien qu'il y ait une voiture, des voitures, mais elle va à pied. Donc, et la formation, ce qui m'impressionne dans cet établi, dans ce complexe, c'est la formation. J'ai ma soeur ici, ma grande soeur Sylvie, c'est ma soeur. Mais quand je vois mes enfants aujourd'hui s'exprimer des produits de Quality, et il y a mon fils même qui a été ici, c'est la première promotion, je crois. Je voudrais juste dire aux parents qui hésitent encore, Moi-même, je suis suivant général d'un établissement, mais je voudrais dire quality, comme ma fille a dit, c'est the best, vraiment. Et lorsque j'entre ici, je n'ai pas su que ça s'était à transformer comme ça. Les gens qui ont les propriétaires d'établissements, les fondateurs d'établissements pensent à eux-mêmes. Mais je voudrais dire aux parents qui sont là que le parterre de responsables, les meneurs, les managers de cet établissement ne pensent qu'à l'avenir de nos enfants. En tant que fils du village, je crois que je vais devenir encore plus celui qui va faire la publicité, puisque j'inscris même souvent les enfants ici, mais je vais encore redoubler d'ardeur. Et je voudrais aussi féliciter les enseignants de cet établissement, sont des professionnels. Et je sais pourquoi, je comprends pourquoi, parce qu'il y a aussi l'éducation chrétienne qui existe. Et c'est d'abord ça, la clé. Parce que la crainte de Dieu, les enfants sont formés à tous les niveaux, tant au plan spirituel qu'autant au niveau académique. Donc, vraiment, chers parents, j'ai vraiment des larmes aux yeux. Je suis très content de vous retrouver ici. Que Dieu vous accorde encore longue vie et que vous puissiez encore faire mieux pour nos enfants. Je vous remercie.
Good morning to everyone. I am Eboy Bakbe, listening every day, ex-student of Quality International School. I started here in 01 and graduated last year in number 6. My classmates used to tell me that if Quality International School built a university, I will surely have my bachelor's in that And yes, it's true, because Quality International School is a place. Vraiment, je suis très heureuse d'être là en ce moment. Et s'il y a un aspect pour lequel on doit vraiment féliciter Quality International School, c'est que cette école réveille le potentiel des enfants. Franchement, je ne pense pas que je peux me placer ici, là, devant ce monde parler. Donc vraiment, je suis très émue, très heureuse parce que cette école a beaucoup fait pour moi dans ma vie. Merci beaucoup à mes enseignants, Madame Denis, Mr. Ben, Mr. Gafina, and most especially to Madame Roxanne. You tell us here at Assembly Ground that you want your voice to be heard in our minds wherever we go. And I'm sure your voice is there in my mind wherever I'm going to be. Thanks especially to my granny, Madame Bison. Thank you very much. Everybody that will have to be safe among us, our children and everybody, our grandchildren, everybody will come and be here.
You are welcome to Quality International School. Okay? Alright, this is home to me. I've been to many schools. I've been to at school in Bamenda for some time, and at Progressive PCHS Markham. And that's a very good school. They were able to equip me mentally. They were able to, help us to be disciplined physically. But there was just this void in the spirit, especially, that always made me to, as a young person growing, you're experiencing too many changes. You're beginning to experience things that I know you're not around your parents, and so if you don't have people who have a higher purpose or for why they're doing what they're doing, they'll be the ones derailing you actually. So we heard all kinds of stuff that did not encourage me personally to be a better person as far as higher values were concerned. And actually I did not value education for that reason, and I had 0 paper in ordinary levels. But then when I came to Quality International School, there was one thing, and it keeps repeating in my head, that we have to be the change that we want to see. And so Quality International School was not about the teachers. It was an environment where I could actually be the change that I wanted to see. And so the change I wanted to see in this, as far as higher values were concerned, I was able to see it first, because our discipline masters will model it. our classmates want to be that. And then mentally, of course, the school is very good. And then physically, now that's another aspect that Quality International School was able to elevate me to. I don't know, our teachers will look good when we come to school. They made us want to be teachers. They're not the ones that you look and then you hate teaching. You see, so physically, mentally, spiritually, the school was extremely sound, and I believe that that's exactly what's still going on right now. At the moment, I'm an entrepreneur of a furniture industry created by my father. I'm also a musician, a producer by passion, and by ambition, I'm a software developer in test. So all this is thanks to Quality International School.
That drama like that makes it so holy. But I remember the day they scattered the DM's window. I was like, what is this? That was anger. I'm talking about the person that is just only speaking there. He was the one that did it. The one walking majestically now and going. Was the one that scattered the DM's window out of anger. And I was like, oh my boy. First of all, you go and kneel down in front of the children at their assembly. The children were here and he was kneeling there. So, too many transformations. I'm glad they're saying it thanks to how God put it. When God put his hand in a place, no one can resist change. One thing is evident, change. So we thank God for that. When he came here, he had written O levels 2 times, 11 papers, 0 papier. And came the 10th year and had 9 papers. I was here to Sacred Heart, entered into all the backdrops that, and there is no place like home, came back to Quality and was pruned, and he had 3 advanced levels. He left again and they said, well, go to SWA. Everybody knew it was in SWA. One day, I met him at Wrong Point Express. I said, Joshua, what is the time? That was around 10:30, and I was from school. I said, every sound individual should be in a school now. What are you doing here? He was holding a generator to go to somewhere, I don't know. He's hearing. I said, you don't even know where you are. You are. Just like you said, we know your grandmother, grandfather, everybody. I called. He was not schooling here. SWA University. But we are interested in the kids. We'll meet you on the way. You're doing something wrong. Quality International School. Once quality, forever quality. Yes. I called the aunt. I said, Aunt, where is Joshua? I put on loudspeaker. Where is Joshua? Joshua is in school. I didn't say anything. I said, okay, aunt. He heard. I texted him. I said, Joshua, when you want HND, come back home. That's what I told him. And he wasted 2 years. And he met me one day and said, my father has given up on me. I said, do you want HND? He said, yes. Went to the father. He will make it. Trust us. And now, just some few days, he had the HND, upper credit. Defense, we were there. He had 17 and 20. That's transformation. And we give God the glory. Amen.
Okay, good morning to everyone. Good morning. Still a current student of Quality International School, stepped in August 2018. How did I manage to learn to this school? 2014, after a very long period of time when my mother had traveled to Germany, she said, okay, let me take this boy. 2014. By that time I was still in Louder. By that time I was still in Bamenda. So I left for Germany in 2014. I went there 2 years after. I turned into something else. I joined some type of groups. I used to listen to those ideas that no, over there they are not allowed to beat the child or whatsoever. So one day, my mother got me beaten. I reported her to the police. So I reported her, yes. I reported her and they took me away from her. I did not stay with her for 20 months. After 20 months, I came back. That's 2017, exactly the 26th of November. In 2018, April, she said there's a wedding in Cameroon. Will you go? I said yes. After 4 years, it's been long, I've not been home for long, over 4 years, let me follow. We landed at Simanek Airport on the 13th of August. On the 14th of August, family members started entering, job chairs and the rest. The first thing at 6:30, thank God we are no more going back to Germany. That's the first thing they told me. Secondly, they told me that I wanted to kill my mother over there. So I'm even lucky that they did not flog me at the airport. So my coming here safely to the house without anybody touching me is by God's grace. 3 days after, you need a school. The first of all went up here to that they refused. That's my agency refused. I cannot go to that school. I have to come here. My agency brought me there. I don't even know. They sat behind the office for long. They sat behind the office for long. That this man. After that, I went to hear. She said, no, people should go. I don't want to talk to the boy. I entered. I spoke with Mara. We spoke for long, for almost an hour. We spoke. She asked me what happened. I explained the real story to her. The real story, and that's how we started working. By that time, academically, I was poor. This change of system was, first of all, very, very difficult. Changing from German language to English language was very stressful. But still yet, I succeeded to pass from 3 with 10 average. And I got into Form 4. In fact, during that time of Form 3, I started knowing God better. I started getting closer to God. We used to do frequent devotions. In fact, I became in charge for devotions in Form 3 in this school up to today. In managing morning devotion since 2018, and she's the one that put me in charge of that up to today. So she told me that at least when you change, you should have some responsibility, and that was the only responsibility she gave me. Now, when I got into Form 4, my academics climbed up a little bit. I was an average student. When I got to Form 5, I wrote the GCE. I succeeded with a lot of papers, 29 points. Not all, that's just some little part. When we got into QIS, they said, it's time for voting. Let the vote senior prefect boy. I stepped in. I know there's some students said, oh, that wicked man, that man that does not like nonsense, oh, this senior Joseph. I said, I was standing. And I succeeded. Up to today, I'm still the best speaker. Now, yesterday, very grateful. I don't know, I'll never forget what happened yesterday. Quality International School and the JB Foundation offered me a fully funded scholarship that is full tuition for upper school. That's the scholarship I received from the school yesterday. We are acknowledging the great works that I have done in this school. And firstly, I will give most high to God. Secondly, I will thank Mama. Thirdly, I will thank Mara. And then I have 2 mentors in this school. 2 that have been leading me since from 3 up to today. 1 is Madame Jumesi Sidonia. I don't know if she's around. Secondly, and it's not even a mentor, it's now my uncle, it's my brother. Please, Mr. Hasbison, let us thank you. Yes, even though he beat my fat one day because I prayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Akande Gradegima, an ex-student from Quality International School. I entered here in 2006 and left in 2014. I believe a child is molded when he's still young, and this school is really a place to be. The atmosphere is so, how can I say, it's like a family. They build a cocoon for you and they do everything for you to go. And I had Madame Bisson, Auntie Marie, Tata Sylvie, and some of my teachers are no longer there, but I believe those who replaced them are up to the task. I recognize my former math teacher, Mr. Mofadem, and I'm really impressed when I see what this school has changed into. When I entered here, I could not believe there were 2 buildings hidden behind this huge building. And everything started when my mother sent my elder brother to this school, and she got seduced, so my sister and I followed too, and I believe it was the best choice she made. Because when I went to secondary school, I was no longer here. I went to St. Benedict Catholic Bilingual College. But what I learned here will follow me to my death. Because wherever I go, I know what I have to do. I know how to stand. You cannot be shy in this place in peace, because they do everything to bring out what is hidden in you. The staff is so comprehensive. They take other people's children as their children, and they do the best for you. Even when you are punished, when you sit down and reflect later on, you understand that you really did wrong, because they do it for your own good. And today I'm a student in year 2 paperwork engineering in geosciences, agro-industrial development and environment school, because everything began here. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the experiences are breathtaking. They're always.
Merci vraiment le Seigneur, parce que quand je viens ici, je me rends compte que j'ai eu un long chemin. J'ai commencé ici, j'étais à la prématernelle, j'étais très petite. J'ai commencé à la prématernelle et j'ai fait de la prématernelle jusqu'en seconde parce que j'ai dû partir parce qu'il n'y avait pas première et la loi s'y n'a pas passé. Et vraiment, j'aimerais dire, quand j'étais en seconde ici, j'ai repris la seconde en fait. Et après, quand j'ai repris la seconde, mentalement, ça n'allait pas. Parce que je savais que je ne m'étais pas donné, je n'avais pas vraiment fourni d'efforts. Et ça me faisait mal. Et j'étais découragée, je ne devais même plus revenir ici. J'étais très découragée, abattue. Je me disais, je vais revenir ici. Et ceux qui étaient derrière moi, ils vont me retrouver et j'étais un peu déstabilisée. J'ai parlé avec maman qui sort, elle m'a encouragée, elle m'a dit de ne pas me décourager. Je suis revenue. Maman Roxane m'a accueillie une fois de plus, comme sa fille. Elle m'a parlé, elle m'a encouragée, elle m'a dit qu'il ne faut pas que je baisse ses bras. Et je suis revenue ici, la 2e année de seconde, et j'ai appris beaucoup. Je me suis mise au travail et finalement j'ai pu avoir mon ordinaire level avec 9 pétales. J'aimerais dire que cette école apprend tellement de choses spirituellement, quoi, qui m'a impacté. En termes de leadership, je me souviens, Alexis Roxane, elle organisait des activités en dehors de l'école sur le leadership, sur l'entrepreneuriat, sur bref, tout ce qui est responsabilité, tout ce qui est vraiment leadership. Et elle nous a impacté avec ça. Ça fait que peu importe où nous sommes, on ne peut pas avoir honte de parler devant les gens. Comme mes amis l'ont dit précédemment, tu ne peux pas avoir honte de parler devant les gens ici. Tu ne peux pas avoir honte ici à quoi ici. Parce qu'on t'apprend ça. On t'apprend à prendre sur toi. Et vraiment sortir le meilleur de toi-même. J'ai commencé à avoir confiance en moi parce qu'il faut savoir que j'étais quelqu'un qui n'avait pas du tout confiance en moi. J'étais juste comme ça, toujours tête baissée. Mais ici, à quoi ici, j'ai su que j'ai du potentiel, je peux faire quelque chose, je peux changer le monde. Je remercie le Seigneur parce qu'il a continué de garder chacun des membres du staff de Quality en vie et en santé. Je remercie mes professeurs, bien que certains ne soient pas là. Je reconnais Mr. Ben, Mr. Agafina. Je les salue et je leur souhaite bon courage, Mr. Guest. Bon courage. Continuez d'impacter les autres promotions. Vraiment, que Dieu vous bénisse. Merci.
S'il vous plaît, elle a dit que c'était la dernière intervention. J'ai tellement hésité, mais si je ne pose pas cette question, je ne partirai pas tranquille. Est-ce que l'exercice qu'on faisait tous les matins ici à Politique, qu'on appelait News Item. Je ne sais pas si ça se fait encore. News Item a eu un impact très positif dans ma vie. Je ne me suis pas présentée, je suis un ancien parent de QIS. Mes enfants ont fait le primaire ici. Et l'exercice de News Item, c'était tellement obligatoire qu'une maman comme moi, qui ne suivait pas le journal, devait aller chaque jour, je devais suivre le journal, noter les news items, expliquer ça aux enfants. Et ceci a eu comme résultat le fait que, à la maison chez moi, ils ne sont pas encore à l'université. Mais quand vous entrez, vous avez l'impression que vous êtes dans une maison d'étudiants. Parce que ce qu'on suit à la télé va vous étonner. On suit France 24, on suit TV5. En fait, on peut être à la une du monde. C'est ce que News Item a produit. Et si ça continue vraiment, merci beaucoup. Merci QIS et merci.
The neighbors, that's the persons living in this neighborhood, because it's not easy living beside next to a school or in the learning environment. You know, there's noise, especially during closing hours. The neighbors are really bearing with us. And if there's any neighbor in the home, I want to say thank you for your patience and your tolerance. Your guavatry, we have been suffering from time to time, but at least we say thank you very much for all your support. And there's one person that deserves a standing ovation. But before that, I'll say thank you to the new principal, Mr. John Ayuk. You know, he's here in the hall. I want to acknowledge him. Elsewhere, when you leave a school and that the staff has been changed, in other areas, when you come back, you don't feel at home. You don't feel comfortable because the person does not know you. But I came to Quality International School. I was in Quality International School when the new vice principal was the principal. And I came and I met a new face and he told me he's the new principal. I was like, okay, wow, things have changed. But he's very friendly, he's very open. We're not scared to come back because teachers are no longer there. Meaning, when we come and meet new faces, we still feel at home. And he makes us feel like when you come and you tell him you're an excellent, he says, okay, fine, welcome back to Quality International School. Doesn't scare us away or he's not very close or indifferent. And sir, I want to say thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for accepting us for your students. And without this one person, we all wouldn't have been here. It's thanks to this person's efforts, the person's hard work, the person's determination, the person's spiritual life, the person's charisma. In fact, the person's just an awesome person. And the person is the visionary, the vision bearer. And it's thanks to this person that we all are here. These buildings, it's thanks to this person because we all were at the entrance there for it all began. These buildings were nothing. And afterwards, we had one building, and we had the second building, and we had the third, and we have more. Maybe a university, probably, one of the most.